Hello guys and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be doing the book scavenger hunt. This was created by Sarah at Library of Sarah, and I first watched Katie Tastic's video, and I watched the video a while ago, but I didn't have the right books to show, so I didn't end up doing it. So I'm going to do it now instead because it's a really fun video to film. And basically there are 19 things that you have to find from your bookshelves. Most of the books, there's one thing that isn't. Yeah, and you just have to show people what you found. Okay, so I have my notes here, and my books are piled really high. So if I'm not looking directly at you, it's because I'm looking at the book. So first thing to find is an author's name or title of the book with the letter Z in it, or Z. And this was actually really difficult because I didn't think I had anything. But then I found Mother Mother, and it's by Corinne Zelkas. So there's a Z right there. And it's about a family, the Hearst family, and it's a dark book about a very dysfunctional family, and there's lots of unsettling and disturbing things in it. And I've heard it's based on a true story, so I'm looking forward to reading this, and it's got a really nice cover. Really nice. Kind of creepy as well, that cover. And next is a classic, and I've gone for Of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck. Best classic I've ever read. I don't need to talk to you about it, it's amazing. And it's my beautiful version that I've had since primary school. Let me just check something, sorry. Never mind. Next is a book with a key on it. And I couldn't actually find a book with a key on it. I looked for about half an hour and I couldn't find one. So moving on to the next one, something that's not a book, and this is usually on my bookshelf, do not worry. It's my little bobblehead, Darth Vader bobblehead, and I love it, and he just sits on the corner of my bookshelf. Yeah, and I love it, and he's really cool. And he can go there. Now the oldest book, I don't have a lot of really old books, but I recently purchased Don't Point That Thing at Me by Kirill Bonfiglioli. Now they've done cover changes for this series, it's a crime series. And this book was first published in 1973. I don't know if you can see that, you probably can't because it's tiny. But it was first published in 1973, so I'm going with this. A book with a girl on the cover. I've gone for Divergent by Veronica Roth. You can't see her that well, it's just a silhouette. And her name is Triss, as you probably all know. Yeah, so that's Triss. And she's on every single cover of these UK paperbacks, so. A book with an animal in it. So, I've gone for Fire and Flood by Victoria Scott. This has a lot of animals in it. The animals are called... What were the animals called? Pandora, that's it. They're called Pandoras. I read this book, I didn't really like it. The animal aspect was too heavy and it was very slow. And I just don't think it was written very well. So I didn't like this one. But it definitely has animals in it. A book with a male protagonist. I've gone for the book I'm currently reading, The Maze Runner by James Dashner, and the main protagonist in this is called, his name's Thomas. And in fact, all the boys who live in this area called the Glade, most of them are boys, there's only one girl so far. I mean, I'm not quite halfway yet, but so far there's only one girl in it. So that's The Maze Runner. A book with only words on the cover. I struggled with this one a bit as well, but in the end I went for Shipbreaker by Paolo Bacigalupi. I mean, I know it has like this design in the background gorgeous design, but to me that is a book with only words on it, because it's not a coherent design, do you know what I mean? It's not like, it's not an actual design, it's just a rusting ship door or whatever. So that is that one. A book with illustrations in it. I've gone for The Rithmatist by Brandon Sanderson. And this is the only book I have with French flaps, which I like it. But the problem is, this is a normal paperback size, and look at this. It's much bigger. But anyway, this is The Rithmatist by Brandon Sanderson, and it has all these diagrams in it, and like experiments and stuff like that. And even on some of the pages there's little there's little illustrations like this, and this, and yeah, there's loads of illustrations in it. A book with gold lettering. I've gone for The Sisters Brothers by Patrick DeWitt, and as you can tell, this is gold. Even that's gold, and that's gold, and that's gold. Yeah, and even on the back there's gold lettering. I haven't read this, but I've heard it's really good. My friend said to me it's a book I must read before I die, so I have it waiting for me, and apparently it's really good. A diary, true or fictional? Now this isn't really a diary, it's more of an account of something, which I suppose is a diary really. It's The Descent into Hell by Dante. Yeah, and this is written about a guy, one man's journey through the 7 circles of hell. Yeah, and it's written all in verse, like this. And yeah, it's an account of Dante's journey into hell, through the 7 circles of hell. And I haven't actually read it yet, but I'm looking forward to reading it, and it's not very long. It's only, how many pages is this? 130 pages, so that shouldn't take me very long at all. Let's just turn the page on my notebook. A book written by someone with a common name. Now I didn't understand whether this was a first name or a surname, so I went for a first name. And it's Rotten Ruin by Jonathan Maybury. I haven't read this, but I know it's about a guy called Benny Imura, and he works in the family business killing zombies. So, yeah, I haven't read that yet, but I'm looking forward to starting it. A book with a close-up of something on the cover. I've gone for The Oversight by Charlie Fletcher. This is the one I was reading. I didn't get very far in, but I put it down for something else. And as you can tell, it has a close-up of a hand, and there's smoke coming off the hand, and there's a cool red ring on the finger. But yes, it is interesting, and I really do want to get back to it soon, so... My pile is getting ridiculously high here. I'm scared they're going to topple over. A book set in the earliest time period. I didn't really know what to go. I didn't really know what to choose for this one, so I've gone for one of my favourite books ever, and it's The Madman's Daughter by Megan Shepherd, and it's set kind of like Victorian time, I think. I think it's Victorian time. It doesn't actually mention year or anything. But yeah, this is a really, really good book, and I haven't picked up the sequel, Her Darkest Curiosity. I haven't picked that up yet, but I really want to, because this was amazing. And even The Oversight by Charlie Fletcher, the one I showed you before that's set in like Victorian London as well. A hardcover book without a jacket. I've gone for Lemony Snicket's Who Could That Be at This Hour? The first in the All the Wrong Questions series. And this is a really good book. It's kind of middle grade. I read it really quickly. It's not very long at all. It's about 200 pages. Let's see, yeah. Oh, okay, 257. And So I just want to show you something. And the text is huge. And one thing I really like about this book, I know it sounds strange, but there's a character in it called QWERTY, and I think that's hilarious. You know QWERTY, like the keyboard? Yeah, like the letters on a computer keyboard. I think that's hilarious. But yeah, it's a really good book actually, and I really do need to pick up the second one. A teal / turquoise book. I think this is teal. I'm not sure. I mean, it's blue, but it's lighter than normal blue. This is Wonder by R.J. Palacio. I haven't read it yet, but I know it's about a boy who has a facial abnormality or something, and it's about him fitting in to society and stuff like that. But I've heard this is really good. Yeah, so I hope this one counts. A book with stars on the cover. I couldn't really find one, but I hope this counts. I went for The Rook by Daniel O'Malley, and if you look, there's these little, like, bursts here, and I'm counting them as stars. I don't think they are stars, but I'm counting them as stars. You might not be able to see them, but if you have the UK paperback, this version, you'll see what I mean if you look at the cover. And this book is a beast. I started reading it, didn't get very far in. There's 482 pages, it's massive, look at it. And the last book, guys, we're actually at the last book. The last book is a non-YA book. I read a lot of YA, so I don't have that many non-YA books. But I've gone for one that I purchased recently, and it's The Flamethrowers by Rachel Kushner. I haven't read this, but it's set in 1977, and I'll read you the blurb. It says, Reno mounts her motorcycle and sets a collision course for New York. In 1977, the city is alive with art, sensuality, and danger. She falls in with a bohemian clique colonising downtown, and the lines between reality and performance begin to bleed. A passionate affair with the scion of an Italian tyre empire carries Reno to Milan, where she is swept along by the radical left and drawn into a spiral of violence and betrayal. The Flamethrowers is an audacious novel that explores the perplexing allure of femininity, fakery, and fear. In Reno, we encounter a heroine like no other. I've heard this is really good, and this is also a beast. Let me show you. 383 pages, so that is also massive. So, people, that is the Book Scavenger tag. Like I said, I wasn't tagged, but I saw Katie Tastic's video, and then I watched the Library of Sarah's original video, and I just thought it was a brilliant tag. So yeah, anyone could do this tag. I'm not tagging anyone in particular. If you feel like doing it, do it. And if you're going to do it, because you've watched my video, let me know in the comments down below. Yeah, and do the tag, because it's awesome. It is proper awesome. Yes, that's all for me today. I will be going now, because I need to put all of these books back on my shelf. Because there is that. If you look at my shelf, I don't know if you can see this. Can you see that? My shelves are now all messed up. Because of the Book Scavenger tag. Look at that. Yeah, you just got a little glimpse of my room there. Yeah, so that's all for me today. If you want to do this tag, do it, because it's brilliant. And I'll see you again soon. And I'm now going to show you this humongous pile of books. Look at it! I think that is the biggest pile of books I've ever had to fit into a video. It is humongous. Anyway, I'm going to go. Happy reading. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. It's always nice for some more subscribers. Happy reading, and I'll see you again soon. Oh, and also you can follow me on Instagram, just to let you know. Just use the name BooksKnowBest. Yes. Okay. Goodbye.